Hey, what's up, everybody? Get some of this stuff, some of this stuff in order. Um, where's the Bitcoin doing now? As always, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, but as always, everybody's throwing out their predictions. I already told you guys my predictions at least 2 months ago. But we're gonna see what happened. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, I forget to do this every time. Hold on. Uh, just a minute. Hopefully, y'all doing good this morning. Everybody's in chill mode, studying the market, seeing what you can probably pick up and all that good stuff. Um, but yeah, so I've been seeing. I keep saying this though. I see some people giving out good information, but you also have to realize at the same time when the market's popping like this, a lot of people are just trying to make content. Um, They're trying to say controversial stuff, stuff they might not even believe in. To get some engagement on their videos or whatever, or whether it's Twitter posts and stuff, and it can lead people astray. Just stick to the stuff you've been thinking, how you've been thinking about the market beforehand, and just play it that way. Because then, like I said, a lot of people are using this time to make some trades. I mean, the market went up a lot yesterday, so they can flip the script on what they were saying before, and then because they're trading against the market. As I keep trying to say on the channel, actually, I'm gonna show you a lot of stuff today. Market's finally picking up. There's more stuff to talk about, but of course, the main thing is that the Ethereum ETF. But you just gotta kind of stick with what you believe in, because people are gonna be saying all kinds of stuff for engagement, and they're gonna say really controversial stuff to really like make you think, or make you think they have a different viewpoint or something like that. So just be careful with all that. Um, but yeah, so um, today is, if you don't know it, let me say this too. I always cut myself off, but a lot of times I talk about stuff on the channel, and sometimes I feel like because I know it subconsciously, I think that everybody else knows it, and sometimes I don't give the examples or show you what I'm supposed to show you, whatever, because I'm just like, oh, people know this, but they don't. But anyways, for those that don't know, today is Bitcoin Pizza Day, as they call it. Because if you don't know, there was once a guy that spent $700 million on pizza, $700 million in Bitcoin on pizza. But at the time, that's not how much it was worth. It was like 10,000 Bitcoin that he spent on pizza. But if you have 10,000 Bitcoin today, for one, he would be one of the biggest holders. 10,000 Bitcoin today is worth $700 million. So that's why May 22nd is, excuse me, and I forgot my water again. That's why May 22nd is known as Bitcoin Pizza Day. So that's why the thumbnail says what it is. I mean, I could have had Ethereum ETF in my thumbnail, but I'm pretty sure everybody's thumbnail is going to be somewhere around, talking about the Ethereum ETF. What is this note I put here? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, Bitcoin Pizza Day. Let me say, it's not only because he bought pizza with it. It was like one of the first known transactions of people using crypto or Bitcoin to make a purchase. So it was one of the first known transactions, that's kind of why it's a big deal, but it's more so a big deal because he spent 10,000 Bitcoin on pizza. So now you know what that is. But anyway, let's get to this. So right now, Bitcoin's around 69.8 as of yesterday. We was up about, we almost hit that 72,000 range I've been talking about for like 2 or 3 months now, but we didn't quite touch it. And as I always say, there's charts you can look at. I mean, I know how to read the charts and stuff, but I try to stay away from it as much as I can, to be honest, because I'm not a trader. I'm an investor. I buy stuff and hold it long term, and at the same time, it can trick you. You can make a whole bunch of good trades and then make one bad trade because somebody decides to do something like they did the other day, with saying that Ethereum ETFs might be approved, and everybody FOMO'd into Ethereum. And like people saying, I mean, the move, if and when it actually gets approved, the move is going to be so much bigger. Because what you got to realize is Ethereum's market cap is much smaller than Bitcoin, and look how much Bitcoin moved when it moved. So Yeah, it's gonna be probably a big move in Ethereum. Still not something I'm trying to pick up or whatever. But it's bullish for the market or whatever. What I'm saying is, you never know what's gonna happen in the market. So, I got stuff I charted so far, and I'm still kind of standing by what I believe is gonna happen. We don't know, but we'll find out in 24 to 48 hours if I'm a dummy or not. No, wait, today is. Oh, see, I'm in crypto too much. My brain was telling me it's Tuesday. Yeah, so we'll find out in 24 hours whether I'm an idiot or not. But I just kind of feel like it may be a delay. But I mean, we may find out today, to be honest. But I just my stance is that if this gets approved now, it's just going to put us back to where we were when we got the Bitcoin ETF approval. Like, it's going to dramatically speed up the pace of the market. I feel like that would be running too fast. But if this happens today or tomorrow, man, we gotta really pay attention to how things flow, or whatever. But I'm on chill mode right now. I'm not on high alert. I'm not stressing right now. I'm just chilling, and we're gonna see what happens. So that's all you can pretty much do. Like I said, I already got my position, so I'm cool with it. Wait, something disappeared. So this could be seen as bullish, or some short term or long term. So Grayscale has stopped a lot of their outflows, and this is the third day of seeing net inflows, because most times Grayscale is the one, excuse me, selling out of their Bitcoin or whatever, and usually their sellouts are bigger than the money that's flowing into the other ETFs. So it's usually like a negative inflow, and so this is helping the inflow of Bitcoin right now, because they're not selling as much. And so far it says the ETFs were positive for the first time in a long time, $305 million. BlackRock did an impressive $290 million. Fidelity did $25.8 million. After a big surge on Monday, the price fell back from 71.5 to 69K, now sitting at 70,000. And like I was saying, Grayscale didn't have too much outflow. So 300 million is a pretty good day. And these days it's going to get much bigger in the future. So I want to say this is almost nothing. Do I want to talk about this one? I think we can. This one is just talking about, it says 80 Bitcoin companies have now set up their operations in El Salvador. This is just one of those things to try to show your family, when your family think the crypto's fake and all that kind of stuff, and they just think it's all in your head. This, I don't know. I'm kind of tired at this point, to be honest, because where we are in the cycle, there's a lot of people I still want to get into crypto. I'm pretty sure you got some loved ones and friends you want to get into crypto too, but some of them just not going to listen. So it is what it is. Some of our last Bitcoin news in the last hour says an exchange net flow outflow of Bitcoin is 3,425 Bitcoin. It's a pretty big outflow, which means people are sending their Bitcoin to their self custody wallets to keep long term. Like I've been saying this whole cycle, a lot of people are really figuring out what the benefit of having Bitcoin is. So they're not keeping it on exchanges. They're not selling it, so they're keeping it and sending it to their cold storage. So now to the big story. We're going to talk around some of this stuff. Says Ethereum price hit a 2-month high against Bitcoin as Bitcoin price test 69,000. But I think we were around somewhere around about 3,000 Ethereum, and it's been tracking down for a long time. But then it shot up to like 3,800. Let me pull up a chart real quick. It's kind of important, but kind of not. Y'all know the price moves. Let me see if I can get this thing to. Yeah, so it looks like. Yeah, at one point, I know we had dipped under 3,000. So it was like 2,800 at one point, around 2,900. And then we got this sharp move up to like $3,800. It's still up there. You see that big old candle. That's on the month. What was the weekly look like? But about the same, yeah. So big candle on Ethereum. And like I said, the market cap is, pretty much half of, or not, what is Bitcoin's? Yeah, it's about 1.5, and Ethereum is just not half a billion, half a trillion. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so as of lately, it says the SEC informed the exchanges that it may approve the spot Ethereum ETFs. And that's what Coinbase was saying the other day. When I was on the live the other day, I saw an article about Coinbase saying that they thought the odds were much higher than people were thinking. That's probably because they knew something that we didn't know. But I don't know if it's going to happen this week. But anyway, says the SEC has informed exchanges it is leaning towards approving the spot Ethereum ETFs, according to Barron Report. On Monday, reports came out that the SEC was changing their mind on the future of the Ethereum funds, and the agency decided to speed up the process of reviewing applicants' documents. Presently, the SEC permits ETFs holding Ether futures, but this approval would allow them to hold the currency itself. Yesterday, the SEC asked exchanges to, this is the important part though, asked the exchanges to update their 19B4 filings for their spot Ethereum ETFs. The agency looks to be speeding toward a potential approval by a crucial Thursday deadline. Furthermore, for the Ethereum ETFs to be approved, the SEC must approve the 19B4's exchange rules changes, the S1's registration statements. Upon approval of both, all of the ETF applications will be likely approved at the same time, allowing the funds to go live. It took a significant time for the U.S. regulator to approve Bitcoin ETFs, and the same is expected for Ethereum ETFs. The 19.4 forms are due to be approved by Thursday. Spot Ethereum ETFs could go live on the market as soon as this week if everything is approved. The SEC has yet to comment on the reports if it may be approved this week. Ethereum is up 20%. Let me say this though. I thought it was in this article. Let me see here. Is it in this one? Maybe if it's not, let me just say it out loud. So one of the things they had to take out that a lot of people have been talking about, they had to take out the staking. Because, staking, they can earn yield on that or whatever. And I don't care what anybody says. They see it as a competition with the banks. Because, you put your money in the bank and they're like, oh, we got blah, 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 yield, which is, it's not a lot of yield that you getting on the bank accounts. Growing up, when I was a kid, when my parents were young adults or whatever, they thought savings account was the best thing ever, not realizing the bank was making much more money with their money than they were getting with it. Well, what was it, like 2.5%? It was trash. That's all I know. But at the same time, like most people, if you're holding your Ethereum yourself, self-custody your Ethereum, for one, you're getting the price appreciation on Ethereum, plus you can stake it and make, more money on it. So with them taking the staking away, that's, seen as not bearish, but, you kind of losing a little bit, not much, but it's kind of, for the people who got big money that's throwing millions and millions of dollars in here, it's kind of a loss for them or whatever. This is just talking about, so a lot of the, let me pull a better one. I like this graphic, but some of the people have already turned in their applications. They've already submitted them, and they've made the changes or whatever. And that's so far Fidelity, VanEck, Invesco, Galaxy, ARK, 21 Shares, and Franklin. So they already made their changes, but I guess we're still waiting on the other ones. So, they all have to be approved at the same time. So we're still waiting for the rest of the people to send in the changes to theirs or whatever. Because like I said, you can't just have one go live and other people be behind. It's not going to be fair. So they want to approve them all at the same time. So everybody else has to change in their amendments, and they have probably less than 24 hours now. So like I said, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But in my mind, like I keep saying, even if this does happen, this will be a fast running market. I just don't see, for reasons I won't even name, but I just don't know how we could be just running at the beginning of the summertime. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I'm cool with it though, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just feel like it needs to go a little bit slower than this. So this is what I like, the way Alex made his point. He said, my base case scenario has been, I'm sorry, let me pull this up. Bitcoin much higher into year end, to the end of the year. Ethereum underperforming due to an ETF rejection. Ethereum overperforming from the US elections onwards, as elections would lead to Gensler removal and subsequent ETF approval in 2025. An Ethereum ETF approval this week would push everything forward. Today's move was just the market repositioning and closing shorts, as almost nobody had been expecting an approval. Then would come inflows, which would push Ethereum to all-time highs. Because all-time high was like, what was it, like 44? It was like 44 or something like that, somewhere around there. And we're sitting at about 3,800 right now. It says, do not fade the approval. It is not even remotely priced in. The market would likely shift back into you are really a genius mode, which I talked about. A lot of people coming out the bear market thought they understood crypto because they were coming out the bear market and people were turning bullish. So a lot of stuff started to go up and made a lot of people feel like they knew what they were doing. And you can get wrecked that way. If you don't really know what you're doing, you just got to know how to, when to sell out of position, what's the trade. As I've been saying, I'm going to finish reading in a minute, but as I was saying on the channel, there's a lot of people like, hey, man, look, everybody's talking about blah, blah, blah token right now, but you're not paying attention to the words they're putting in the thing. They're saying we're using this as a trade, not an investment. They're using some of this stuff as a trade because they know there's volatility in it. They can long it, they can short it because, people like trading stuff that's volatile. But anyway, he says if this happens now, everybody will shift back in you're a genius mode with Ethereum leading for a while. Even after today, ETH BTC is still red year to date, time for it to continue higher. But note, even if now unlikely, if the Ethereum ETF gets rejected, we are in for a world of pain. Keep alerts on for the next 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, I mean, if this thing gets rejected or delayed, it could really make a shift in the market. As I'm gonna say 1,000 times, I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong, but I feel like this is kind of what they want. You shoot Ethereum up real quick. We shot up from like 3,000, 3,050 or whatever it was, 3,100 to 3,800. That's a cool little trade for people. That's 20%. Mind you, I keep trying to use this example. Some of y'all that may be, and it's nothing, not saying anything bad, but your portfolio might be much smaller, right? And so, say if you got a $5,000 portfolio, $10,000, $20,000 portfolio, let's say maybe you say, hey, I want something that's, it's a low risk investment. You got 2,000 in Ethereum, 20% is not going to be much for you. You made $400 or whatever versus somebody who put 2 million in there. They made a quick 20%. They just made $400,000. $400,000. You can do a lot with that this summer. You can go on vacation. You can trick off or whatever, whatever term you want to use. You can take $400,000 and do a lot with it. And so they make a quick little trade. And if they were to, flip the script and say, hey, maybe the Ethereum ETF is not denied, but we're going to delay it. We're not approving it now. That's going to make the price go down some. But the thing is, the smart money will have already taken profits by that time, if that's the scenario that's going to play out. But a lot of people believe it's going to get approved and whatever. So, I mean, we're going to see. Our bags are packed on some stuff and got some dry powder on the side to see what we're going to do. But I feel like that's how they're trying to play it. But I could be wrong. So who cares? But yeah, this is talking about some of the ones that already changed their filings. So like EA always be, he been telling me for a minute. He's been like, he's a big fan of Polkadot. And so he's saying a lot of stuff is coming to Polkadot. I tell him just like I tell y'all, I can't track everything. I can't be a genius on everything. I'm not trying to be. And really in the market, I know a lot of people talk about not over diversifying when it comes to like how many tokens you holding, but that's the same thing when it comes to your studies. Like I say, I go to bed with my head hurting so many nights because I'm just up studying, trying to change my family's life, my extended family, different people that I'm trying to help. And so I'm putting the work in and I'm tired of as enough studying. So I can't study everything. But anyway, I've been seeing the pickups in Polkadot 2.0, and some of the stuff. I've been looking at, at some downtime, seeing some of the stuff they're doing over there, but I'm really not tracking that ecosystem like that. I'm not saying that, whatever. But anyway, it says potential U.S. TikTok buyer plans to decentralize TikTok could relate. I think they're trying to say could rely on the Polkadot parachain. Frank McCourt wants to revamp TikTok into a platform focused on protecting users' data. U.S. billionaire Frank McCourt is leading a consortium to acquire TikTok and decentralize it using decentralized social networking protocol, DSNP, from Project Liberty. TikTok, boasting over 170 million users, is being pressured by the U.S. government to sell due to national security concerns and purported links to Chinese government. Sorry, this font is small. Let me blow this up some. There we go. McCourt's initiative Termed the People's Bid, represents one of the several U.S. corporate interests in the platform. He is collaborating with investment bank Guggenheim Securities and law firm Kirkland and Ellis on this venture. In a press statement, McCourt highlighted that the bid aims to empower users by migrating TikTok to an open source protocol. This move intends to restore control over digital identities and data, offering Americans a significant voice and stake in the web's future. TikTok meets Polkadot. McCourt's plan to rebuild TikTok with the DSNP will leverage Polkadot parachain's social platform Frequency. In November 2022, Frequency secured its position as a parachain on Polkadot network. According to his website, the parachain was built to empower individuals to ensure the portability of their content and safeguard their privacy. The protocol enables ownership of digital identity and control over online presence. So pretty much, it just seems like they're trying to, we talk about a lot of people talk about social media and blockchain. And to be honest, like a lot of people say, it hasn't worked out the best. I'm not saying that you can't have success in. I see a lot of people working on a lot of stuff right now, but I mean, when you're really competing with the actual TikTok, even though Facebook is kind of dying off, they're making waves with, the VR headset and stuff like that. And you got Instagram still, you got X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure in the future we're going to have some decentralized social media stuff or whatever. But it's not the hottest thing right now. And, even the ones that are, I won't get into that. But yeah, we'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. But maybe Polkadot got some stuff moving over there that I wasn't aware of. But it's looking pretty cool. We'll see what happens. Let me see here. People been making fun of this all morning. I was going to skip it, but it says Biden campaign wants to hire a meme manager as president struggles for support from young voters. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. What I will say is, how do I say this? They actually created a lot of the cancel culture, and it's actually affecting them themselves. So it's crazy. Like I said, I was saying the other day on one of my streams, like, even with the VCs or whatever, said old people say if you dig one ditch, you better dig two, because the one you dig might be for you. So they are really, high on the whole cancel culture thing. But now it's like they're getting canceled for some of the stuff that Biden is doing, and it's not looking too good for young voters or whatever, and people not really feeling them right now. So, I mean, I think it's just a little too late for this, man. Like I said, I try not to get in politics, and I'm not going to do it today. But it's stuff that it does involve crypto and stuff, and so. They say they're going to do a meme manager. People trying to push this like they're talking about meme coins. Maybe they are. I don't know. But they was talking about some meme coin he said he was bullish on or whatever. But it is what it is. And he was like upset because he was saying like, and I hate how they keep trying to talk about like crypto and blockchain is evil or whatever. Oh, my bad. I didn't pull it up. How they trying to talk about like crypto and blockchain is evil and stuff. So I guess the statement he put out is he says, folks, this couldn't be any more serious. Cryptocurrency executives and oil barons are coming out of the woodwork for Trump. They're rushing $800,000 checks and glitzy events. Now Trump is outraising us. He raked in $76 million total in April, 50 million of it coming from a single gala in Palm Beach. But the way I think a lot of people saying is like the way they talk about cryptocurrency executives is if it's just big entities that own crypto. Like everybody owns crypto. There's just regular individuals that own crypto and stuff. But as I keep saying, the point I keep trying to make to y'all, I said it's time and time again, it's still smoke and mirrors to me. It's just them playing both sides. Their intention is to lose. Like I played a great video. I don't know how many was on that stream, but I played a great video from somebody else that wasn't me. Gave them credit. This guy just broke it down how, like I've been saying, they use the politics to divide and conquer or whatever. So like the guy was saying, this is their way of saying like, oh, help us. We need to raise more money. But they intend on losing anyway. So you just giving them vacation money anyway. So all this campaign raising and stuff, they don't need half the money that they raise or whatever. So, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But what I will say is like they're trying to make it like, oh, they're trying to pivot towards crypto. But what I said is they're using the Democrat side to slow down crypto and all that kind of stuff, so they can collect it. When I say all, I'm talking about both sides: Republican, Democrat, the big people with the big money, the powers that be, the BlackRock, the Vanguards, and all that kind of stuff. And so they use that side to slow it down, and the other side to swing it bullish. And now they're on the side where they're trying to make both sides bullish. So, which I do I do factor this in when I talk about whether this Ethereum ETF is going to get approved or not, because it does seem like they're trying to swing it bullish right now. But to me, as I keep saying, it's not as bullish to me, because that means the cycle would be going almost too fast. Like, we just got the Bitcoin ETFs approved. Now y'all gonna do Ethereum this fast? Um, I don't know. I just don't. I feel some type of way about this, but like I keep saying, I could be wrong. But speaking of what I was just talking about them just trying to sway you and using one side to slow down the market, the other side to speed up the market. I'm just talk about these next three slides or whatever, and it'll kind of prove my point. So anyway, oh my bad, I didn't pull it up. It says Trump and Republicans are the ones that originally were taking the pro-crypto stance. Biden warned, and almost all of the Democrats chose a completely anti-crypto approach and try to push for regulations. Because of the Republican Party so clearly taking the right stance on this one, even extremely committed Democrat voters expressed that this is literally what will cause them to change their vote. The Democrats realize that this is another thing that they are completely losing the plot, and they do a 180-degree change, signaling a change with promoting the same Ethereum ETF they were just suppressing a day ago. And pretty much they're saying the market is going to go up here. Pay attention now; these all go together. So this says, just in, the U.S. SEC Chair Gary Gensler pushed back against the House Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, saying it would undermine decades of President and consumer protection laws. And he's pretty much trying to say this would undo all the hard work that he's put in, right? So I talk about this a lot on the channel, but I got to realize everybody has not seen, sorry, my bad, I'm sorry. Everybody hasn't seen what I've seen. They doesn't know what I know. So let me play this. I could play other clips, but pretty much this shows you that Gary Gensler used to teach crypto and blockchain, or whatever you want to call it, Web3, at MIT. He loves Web3. He loves blockchain. Well, let me play the clip, and then I should say that later. But anyway.
Vitalik wanted to raise money. He was maybe 19 years old. He looped in with a venture capitalist from Canada, Joe Lubin, who now runs Consensus. Lubin took about 10% or 9.5% of the offering. They put 9.5% in a foundation called the Ethereum Foundation, and the other 80% was sold to the public for $18 million. We'll talk later in the semester as to whether that was really a securities offering. I publicly said I think so. But that was in 2014, and in 2018, the Securities and Exchange Commission has said, regardless of what it might have been in 14, it's now sufficiently decentralized that we'll consider it not a security.
I mean, so they're just there's so many other things that other things I can bring up to show him, being bullish on crypto. What I feel like they did is they always play mind games with the people who don't know. So you can always play mind games with people who are not educated. They're not aware of what they're dealing with. So when not even new people coming into crypto, the people that are sitting on the sideline, your friends and family members that you've probably been begging to get in crypto, they're just going to listen to him, because what they're going to do is they're going to do the research, and they'll be like, wait, this guy's a genius in blockchain. He knows crypto. He taught at MIT. And so if he was a professor at MIT, he taught blockchain, and he's saying this, then maybe we should trust this knowledgeable guy. But what they did is I feel like they blindsided. I keep saying, I know y'all think me and Gary Gensler are friends, but I promise we not. But I feel like they blindsided Gary Gensler. They brought him in, and this dude loves crypto. He's a straight crypto blockchain geek. Like, he loves crypto. So they brought him in as the face of blockchain or whatever, SEC or whatever, so he can do all this stuff against crypto, because people would trust his opinion. But that's why I keep saying, man, I don't trust anything that's coming out of Gary's mouth. It's all scripted. It's all what he's been made to say, to just slow down the market. So the big dogs can get in when they want to get in. They can buy stuff when it's cheap. Even the same with Ether. I even said, I've even admitted, like, maybe they made it look bearish for all of us, so we can all be bearish on Ether. And the price was just trickling down, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the price goes up. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, let me say this. This was one of my notes. Let me say this, 'cause I've been talking about. I know I cut myself off again. ADHD. But so they made the price go down so they can buy in low. But the thing is, you like, well, I didn't see the price going up. How was they buying? They slowly buy it over time when everybody's bearish on it. Because I said on my other stream, I said a lot of people was talking, like, when the Bitcoin ETF got approved, I kept saying, like, people were like, oh, now they're gonna pack our bags. We beat BlackRock and Vanguard and all these different people to buying Bitcoin. Don't be that slow. Let me tell you one example that I think what happened is that what happened is, so people said, okay, now BlackRock has an ETF, a Bitcoin spot ETF. Now they have to. People kept saying now they have to see their investment, blah 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 blah, right? And so now they're going to pack our bags. But what I feel like definitely happened is they were already buying Bitcoin with a whole nother wallet that was not the wallet that everybody's watching as the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF wallet. I feel like they've been buying it since 14, 15,000. And I know taxes on all that kind of stuff. Let me just say what I think, right? So they were buying since 14, 15,000, right? In a whole nother wallet. Right? So as Bitcoin was from 14,000 and went all the way up to 42,000, where it was when about around when the ETFs got approved, they've already made what, that's about 3x profit, 300%. They could sell it back to the exchange or whatever, and then buy it back. And you thinking, oh look, now they're buying it and they're putting it into their Bitcoin wallet when everybody starts sending ordinals and all the crap to that wallet, whatever. So the wallet you're watching, like, you got to realize they're always playing some game that you don't think. If y'all really think BlackRock was not buying it, if you think BlackRock really wasn't buying at 14, 15,000, like, come on, you got to think here. Same with the Ethereum ETF. Why everybody was bearish when it was sitting below 3,000, when it was dropping to 2,800. Trust and believe they were buying Ethereum. And so now, if they do get the Ethereum ETFs, don't think that they just not buying it. Like, that's, come on, y'all. They're not about to be exit liquidity like that. They're much more smarter than that. Anyway, this is what's his name? So he says, founders, ask yourself the following question: what do you want the shape of your token price or chart to be like in 18 months? The higher you start your valuation, the harder it is to fight gravity. And the same thing everybody's been talking about. Like, everybody's talking about this now. It's a big thing, talking about these projects launching at these high valuations. And like I say, you fighting gravity because you're already high. When retail comes in, it takes much more money to pump your project up because y'all are greedy. Y'all are only thinking in the short term. But anyway, this guy says the most counterintuitive thing to do is launch at a excuse me. Listen, I think he meant high. He said, imagine you're a founder. You worked hard on your project for years. Finally, the moment is upon you to embark on a public price discovery. The nature instinct is to go as high as possible, but that couldn't be more wrong. A high FDV does not equate to success. In fact, it's the biggest trap a founder can fall into. Optimizing for the short term has irreversible consequences, especially your community doesn't get a chance to participate at a reasonable price. I've been saying this for months. Like, if you come in at a lower price, a whole bunch of people can buy at that lower price. They're going to be talking about it the whole bull run, shilling it to everybody because they got in low, so they're proud of it. But now you've completely, put yourself at a loss because you can't build a community. Like, you put yourself in a disadvantage because you can't build a community because, like, how many people want to buy at a $3 billion, $5 billion valuation? So anyway, he says short-term success of being a unicorn because, oh my gosh, look at the valuation they came out at. Maybe enjoyed it for a short term, but in the medium term, it's going to be painful grind downwards because constant sell pressure from private market who benefited the most from these high prices. A slew of recent projects have seen the slow red grind downwards. Until expectations are reset, this negative flywheel will continue to persist. So like I said, there's some ones like from my studies, from studying 8, 12, 14, 16 months ago. Some of these projects I've been studying for 2 years now. Like I said, when I'm giving y'all projects, I've been knowing about these projects for over 18, 24 months. Now, I'm not just finding out about this stuff because I do my research. But for some stuff that I've been bullish on for 2 years now, when I'm seeing some of it has come out, and it's just like, whatever. I don't even look at it. Don't talk about it. And there are also some that are coming out. I see a lot of people shielding them right now because, like I said, people want to, either pretend they got alpha or they don't do proper research. They just know the name of the project. Yeah, it might be a bullish project, but nobody's going to really make money off it. Retail is not going to be looking to invest in some of these because they're just going to launch at too high of a valuation. So that's why you can't always just be going with what the populace is, what everybody, what the popular opinion is and what everybody's talking about. Because, like, oh my gosh, everybody's talking about this project, so it must be going to be good. Like, you can go ahead and get that 5x on that if you want to, but I'm trying to make more money than that. So you got to do your research. You can't just you got to look at the tokenomics, as I keep saying. You got to look at all this stuff. And then wait, I got two more. I thought I had one more. I skipped this one. Let me talk about this one. I'm just talking about this one briefly. Um, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not. I'm trying to be petty today. Anyway, so last thing it says advice for the next 6 months. If you're good at trading crypto in any way, work your hardest to make as much money as you can in the next 6 months. If you have a job and you can't afford to leave it, find a way to trade whilst being at that job. Grow a strategy that, which works with college or job, and get a network to help you. So two things here. Like I see a lot of people like I know you get into crypto right now and you just ready to like even one of the people that started with me, one of my first people that was in my group works in the industry with me and they work on crew. And I'm like, listen, a lot of y'all don't even know this crew is hell, man. Working crew jobs, you heard like production assistants, grips, and all that kind of stuff in filmmaking. Like these people working 18 hours a day. And I know when you do the math, you're like, well, that leaves them 6 hours of sleep. No, what you're not calculating is the fact that that's 18 hours work day. You still got to drive home. That might be another 30 minutes. So a lot of these people sometimes are sleeping like 5.5 hours. Like a lot of crew works really hard. If you're lucky, your short day is 16 hours and say you got 16 hours, you drive home 30, 40 minutes, and then they might have 7 hours and 10 minutes to sleep or whatever. And so I was even telling him, I was like, I know like I think he's done really well. He came in, he got wrecked by somebody that we won't name because I was saying, nah, man, I don't really want to, I really don't want to teach anybody crypto. I don't really want to, do this whole thing, whatever. And but since it's turned around for him, he's made a lot of money. And so in his mind, he's like, I'm ready to quit. I was like, I'm gonna tell you, like, just grind it out. Like, just keep grinding it out. I know you seeing your bags packed, you seeing your portfolio going up or whatever, but keep you working your jobs. I would tell anybody watching my channel, don't try to quit your job immediately. Even if you've made a 10, 20x on your portfolio, I know that's good or whatever, but don't keep using that money until the end of the bull run. Then maybe at the end of the bull run, you can quit your job. So number one, I would say, like he said, keep your job, keep grinding out. Me, myself, I'm even looking for other sources of income. And even like I said, for the petty people who come on here like, oh my gosh, you're trying to build this channel. I already run other channels that I make money off and stuff. So I make money there. I make money as a musician. I make money as a producer. Well, not much with film right now because film is the whole industry is like trash, but music or whatever. So I got different sources of income coming in, and so I'm even now. Most people, like I said, most people get relaxed when they get in crypto and they're like, okay, my bags is going up. I'm good. Man, you need to be finding as many sources of income as you can, whatever side hustle, whatever side job you can do, and just realize you just got to grind for about 18 months, y'all, and probably not even that long. So what you should not be doing is like just chilling, not relaxing because you're in crypto. You should be working your butt off. Like I don't know what kind of term to use. You should be working hard, probably harder than you worked in your life. Find some side hustles. Find 2 or 3 side hustles to bring in more money, so you can invest more. And it's the same thing to say. A lot of people talked about it when they came in the group. Like, yeah, man, last cycle I tried to do it by myself. Everybody tries to do it their first cycle because it is player versus player. You're like, I don't want nobody to dump on my head. I don't want anybody to sell before me. But when you get in a good group, you can you'll make more money. You're bouncing ideas off people and stuff. And some yeah, whatever. I'll leave that alone. But just don't try to do it by yourself. Get in a good group and whatever. And even I told somebody yesterday that got in the group. Or they joined the Patreon. And I was like, I want to make sure that you know what you're getting into. And I keep telling y'all, I'm not. If y'all know where I make money at and how much money I make, like you realize, like I'm not trying to pack my Patreon and it's not for money. But I told the guy, I was like, man, if it's something you feel like you're not ready for, I don't care. I know you joined, but I'll refund you your money if you don't feel like you're ready for this. I'm not here to soak up anybody's money or whatever. I just want to make sure everybody wins in this or whatever. So yeah, man, get some side hustles. Don't start feeling yourself. Don't get arrogant, that you're making more money than your friends because your portfolio is pumping. You need to be working harder than your friends. I mean, seriously, if that means you pick up if you got one job and you see a job opening to mop the floors at somebody's office at night or whatever, pick up whatever side hustle you can to make more money to put into the market. What is this? Oh yeah, I was just talking about, I see, after the Ethereum ETF news or whatever, I see more people, now the projects, they waking up again. They're like, oh, I told you, we got this announcement coming out. We about to do this. We about to do that. So a lot of my time is really just trying to track and see what those projects are doing. Even though I want to be, looking at other stuff, but y'all gonna see a lot of stuff been sitting still for a minute, but they're gonna start putting out bullish announcements. They're gonna start pushing marketing or whatever. a little bit because I'm staying by it. I still feel like June, some kind of way, June is going to be sideways. Um, but I don't. I could be wrong. Whatever. Um, yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Let me see if you guys got any comments, questions, and concerns or whatever. Uh, doesn't look like it's much today. But let's see. Crypto World said BTC and Ethereum ETFs are pretty much guaranteed. My question is, what token would we think would get an ETF after those? I mean, a lot of people speculating a lot. So I see people throwing all kinds of stuff out, Litecoin, Solana, XRP, but nobody knows, man. Um, to be honest, I really, that's not something that's really on my mind. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, because like I said, most of my blue chip bags already packed them. Um, a lot of them are making a. Hold on here. I just messed that up. Hold on. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of mine are doing well, but I'm not really worried about which one is next to get an ETF or anything like that. It's not. It's not really something I'm focused on. Because I'm playing these altcoins. We degenning over here. We got some safe bags and stuff, but I'm degenning, man. We trying to do some big things. Ashwin said, "Bro, you were right. I just got in at the right time." Oh yeah, I think I was telling you it was a good time to come in the market. Yeah, because the market was down. You came in at a good time, and you probably bought some of these at better prices than we did. But we've been DCA, catching the low prices as well. So, but yeah, it was a good time. Dre, oh yeah, I was just talking about you. You said thanks for Zo for all your help. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you when I get off the stream and stuff to make sure everything's squared away, to make sure you like I said, make sure you're ready to play the game or whatever. And if you're not ready to play right now, so just get your ducks in order or whatever. And like I said, I can refund you and come back when you're ready or whatever. But I will say that I think it's a good time to get in, but you got to just get all your stuff together, and then we'll play things that way. What are your thoughts on game round? I mean, it's everything is gonna come back or whatever. Um, we'll be fine. Hold on. Ashwin said people thinking they can outsmart BlackRock is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I understand what people think, and I see how they would think that, but yeah, BlackRock is way ahead of us, man. Like I keep telling people they definitely were buying at 14 and 15,000. Don't think that they were just they just now buying. That's not the case at all. They've been much ahead of us. Like yeah, like I said, I always use the example of people that launch meme coins or whatever. So they launched a meme coin, but they already holding the supply. So you see them make a big buy, like that's not their first buy of it. Like they've already been holding the meme coin. They just make a big buy so you can follow them. They know you watching them, so um, they know you watching what they're doing, and you gonna fill their bags up some more. And you thinking it's the reverse way, but trust me, it's not. Um, but yeah, so you gotta recognize that this not how things go. But yeah, so we got a chill stream today. It's a short one today. Like if nobody has any more comments, questions, and stuff, we'll get on out here. I got a lot of research and stuff to do. But like I said, I think it's a decent time. We really don't know what's gonna happen right now. It could be up or down. They could delay the approval or whatever. Or they could prove it tomorrow. They can prove it today, to be honest, probably. I mean, if everybody's like, oh, look, we just put our stuff in at the last minute. But if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. And, good prices on stuff now. Maybe you don't catch stuff at the bottom, but it's upside from here is what I can say. From the stuff we hold in, the stuff we're going to be buying soon and stuff like that. So, just it's a good time to get in. Like pretty much because I think Ashwin, you got in like a week or two ago. So it's a good time to get in. But yeah, if there's no more comments, questions, or concerns, I'm gonna get back to my research. And Dre, I'm gonna talk to you in a minute when I get off here. And I need to get some water and I need to get some breakfast. So, but yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out on the stream, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time.